We are 5 seconds into this live stream and we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Alright, I am live. Hello everybody, I guess I'm doing the intros, and yeah, welcome to my channel, or DH's channel, and we're doing a MyLeague episode 1. This is the live stream of the draft, and I'm the Spurs, he's the Celtics, and we are going to be commenting. Oh my god, you already, okay.
I got the 23rd pick. You got the 29th. Oh no.
We're going to move past this disastrous draft picks, and yeah, I will be commenting the draft with my co-commentator here over the picks and team building.
Well, let's get this over with.
Okay, man.
Alright, the draft starts now. We're going to see who Sacramento picks. Most likely they're going to pick up Michael, because he's apparently the best player on this draft. That's all I got to say. And I was right.
Yeah. If you can sub to
Magic picks
channels,
LeBron.
You already know.
Washington might pick Magic or Tim. Well, they picked Magic. Cleveland's going to probably pick Tim.
DH's channel in the description right now.
Well, Tim got stolen from 4th pick stolen. He was picked up by the Brooklyn Nets. Miami picks up Kobe. What's New York going to pick?
I have just put DH.
New York got KD. Solid. What's Detroit going to pick? Larry Bird.
Oh, Larry Bird. Interesting pick.
Shaq goes to Indiana. What's my homeboys going to be picked? They picked Harden.
James Harden goes to Milwaukee.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I wish that was in real life. Pair him up with Giannis.
And the Pelicans once again go with a big man with Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, they just need 80 and it'll be perfect. Perfect setup. Trailblazers are probably going to pick like a bust. Yes, that's a bust.
6'9" center. Interesting. And there goes Kawhi Leonard to the Warriors.
Is Golden State ever going to get a shitty team?
I don't know.
Stephen Curry goes to the team he should have been picked on, but was picked. You remember? Did you watch that draft class?
Yeah, how they messed up with Johnny Flynn.
They picked Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn right before Curry.
I know.
That could have probably not. Oh, here comes Giannis. Who's
we're coming up on DH's pick, and we'll see. And Giannis gets stolen from DH. We all know he's a big fan of Giannis's, and
clearly from my YouTube channel. Clearly.
Yes. Jerry West goes back to LA.
I think I'm gonna have to pick someone who actually plays for the team, because I feel like I kind of want him. I'm going with Kyrie Irving.
And Kyrie Irving is drafted by Boston.
It was that or Russell Westbrook. Scotty went back to Chicago. Prime Derrick Rose. That's a good player to try picking up in this league. I don't know if it's possible.
I'm currently delayed and I do not see anything. To me, you are still on the clock.
Oh. Well, you're about to pick. Steve Nash goes back to Atlanta. If you ever seen my one video I think I have, is when we're doing a live stream. Actually, no, this was a Twitch live stream, so you had been there to watch. But he ended up picking him and Carmelo. They sucked. I'm just playing. They were actually the better team.
Alright, and I am on the clock with the 29th pick.
I feel like you're gonna pick German Jesus or Vince Carter.
Now, I had a plan going into this draft, but I might have to throw that plan out the window if I can get this dynamic duo together. I think I need to get this dynamic duo.
I'm trying to think what could be a dynamic duo. What are players that could be? I feel like it's Vince and Tracy.
No, the Clippers are on the clock for 2 consecutive picks.
You picked Vince. I'm going with Tracy McGrady. You're going to go after now.
And the Vince T-Mac combo is now in San Antonio.
I knew it. I'm just looking at what you picked because yours is always like delayed and it like skips 2 picks ahead.
Yep.
Walt finally gets picked in the 2nd round. That's surprising.
There it goes. We're coming up on DH's pick. The Boston Celtics are now on the clock.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pick up my big man real early because I like the big man who's already here.
Joel Embiid might be going right now, I'm predicting.
Fuck. No, I actually really do like him. He's really solid. Plus, he's actually a good rebounder.
And
But I gotta go with someone who's a little bit better in shooting, ever so slightly, because
Cat.
2K rates him. Rates him that way,
Is that
apparently.
Cat?
Yeah, I picked up Cat.
Interesting pick to go with Cat this early in the draft.
Yeah. Carmelo goes to Phoenix.
Carmelo goes to Phoenix. Interesting.
I want to
pick.
see where Jimmy Butler is gonna go.
Yep.
Houston's kind of getting decently good players. They have AI and Mullen. Decent players.
Mm-hmm.
While the Suns have Wade and Carmelo.
Yep.
Trailblazers
The
are
Timberwolves
probably
have just gotten the Splash Bros. The Timberwolves have assembled the Splash Bros.
What I like is that the Splash Bros were picked one pick behind or in front of the Warriors, because the Warriors had both opportunities to pick up Stephen Curry or Klay Thompson, but decided to get Kawhi and Joel.
On the other hand, the Warriors have built a solid defensive foundation with a rim protector and a good wing defender.
If they can somehow pull it off, they should get Draymond Green to finish it off.
The Timberwolves?
No, the Warriors.
I think the Draymond would be a solid pick for the Timberwolves as well.
Yeah. What is the Heat looking at? Like, I saw some decent players going there. Wasn't it? Alright, yeah. Where are they? Kobe and Paul George working side by side. That's going to be a kind of
building a high-powered offense with a solid pick and roll tandem of Chris Paul and Chris Webber, the two Chris's.
Sacramento picks Draymond Green. Don't pick another sloppy pick. And Dame.
Ooh, let's look at what the Kings are looking like. Let's look at their roster real quick. And it is Michael Jordan, Draymond Green, and Damian Lillard to start off their team.
That's a great, solid guard foundation. Having one of the top premier point guards in the league currently, and the best player in the NBA to most people. In my opinion, I don't think it's him.
In my opinion, Michael Jordan is not the GOAT, but that is still a solid big three to cover up Damian Lillard's defensive weaknesses.
Yes.
And the ever so common
Jimmy Butler goes to
guard
Detroit Piston. He's a Piston now. Paired up with Larry Bird and Patrick Ewing. Decent foundation for him to be on.
That's a solid core, yeah.
But what I want to know is what the Trailblazers are going to do after picking up Bill Russell and Chris Stapps.
The Pelicans are steadily building a solid foundation with the duo of Hakeem and Aldridge down low and Chauncey handling the ball.
Bradley Beal goes to Golden State. I don't know about that. I really don't like that pick at all. That was a pretty dumb pick.
I think that kind of contradicts their solid defensive start at the beginning of the draft.
Yes.
Picking Bradley Beal.
Yes, because Bradley can defend. He's not the best, though. He
He's
can defend a little.
For the two-guard position.
Yeah. They just gotta hope that their backup can somewhat do a better defensive play than him. Ben Simmons goes with Giannis in Memphis. I'm gonna have to somehow work my way to steal them.
Interesting to see how Ben and Giannis will play together on the same team.
Yes, that's really the true thing.
Your Boston Celtics are on the clock now.
Yep. Speaking of my team's filled with some players who can shoot. And I'm kind of wanting to finish off that big man run and pick up another person who can shoot and do more things than just shoot. And that's going to be Blake Griffin.
A solid pick with Blake Griffin, giving a nice big man combo with Cat and Blake.
It would have been that or Kevin Love, but he can't play defense, so I chose Blake. Because I know Blake can probably play better defense than him. This is probably the most quiet live stream I have, and probably the live stream or the video content. Because we are the only two so far. We might have 4 people in this league, possibly. One's a garbage can in our opinion. I'm truly surprised that this guy hasn't been picked, but Devin Booker was picked before him. But here we watch
Are,
Bjab and see
are
who
we
he
talking
picks.
about Victor Oladipo?
Yes, that's the person.
I'm considering picking up Victor Oladipo. That would give me three two guards. No.
But wouldn't you switch Vince to small forward?
I'm thinking about changing T-Mac to small forward.
Hmm. I need to start working on my second wing defender. And I see who I kind of want to go after.
I think I know who I want to pick in the third round. But
I have the option. If
Oh, I
you don't
have
pick,
very close picks. I have very close picks, so I think I can grab these guys back to back.
probably, hopefully, hope for the best. I feel like your pick is one of the better ones in this draft. Mainly because you can get back-to-back picks real early on. Did you already pick, by the way?
Yeah, I took my first pick.
Damn, you took the person I kind of wanted. Who are you going to take next?
Victor
I feel like
Oladipo.
it's Ben Wallace.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
I have no one watching this stream, by the way.
Solid.
Like, not even you.
I don't know.
But it's alright.
I don't know. If I haven't been watching my stream. I'll check real quick. I have 2 viewers on this live stream.
Whoa.
Like, I'm gonna drop down a bit
I see
and
some
acquire this player.
I see some solid potential in this candidate. So I'm just hoping for the best for me. I knew you were gonna pick Al Horford. I fucking knew it.
And here comes the
3 more
Boston
picks
Celtics
away.
under.
3 more picks away, and I'll be able to pick up my wing defender. It's what Chicago was gonna pick, and I get to pick up my second Boston Celtic.
Or was he already picked? I don't know. I was low-key just sniped.
What do you mean?
The player I was targeting just got picked. I didn't know where he would go. So I took a gamble and got Victor Oladipo.
Who was the person?
The worm Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, LA took him. LA is probably making a pretty good foundation in
Let's
picking
look
up
at
him.
LA right now.
LA
The Lakers
starting
have
up
both
Jerry
Con-
West.
Alonzo Mourning, Rip Hamilton, and Dennis Rodman.
That's a really good, solid core.
Especially defensively. They will be wreaking havoc on the defensive end.
Yeah. Wouldn't you think if classic team, would they pick Dwight Howard as the 93?
I don't know.
Because I'm looking at a Dwight Howard who's only an 85. But it's the old him. I like that I look at Dwight Howard's profile and it says team Kings. So are you telling me the Kings decided to pick him up when I can still pick him? Knicks, Sixers, no team, Cavs, Wizards. What am I reading at this point?
I have no clue.
Dang, the second big I was gonna try going after just got decided to get picked. Yep.
Yeah, I was targeting Clint Capella as well.
It wouldn't hurt to have another decent big as a bench starter or a bench player, and maybe a starter depending on how I want to play the team.
You do have 2 solid bigs to start out with though, so you aren't doing too bad.
The Canadian goes back to the team that drafted him, then traded for Kevin Love.
Ooh.
I looked at the Cavs. The Cavs are actually decent. I wouldn't consider them contenders.
Initial contenders would. The Suns are looking pretty good.
Yeah. So far, I think it's.
Carmelo, Allen, Mike Conley.
Yeah. So far, I feel like Grizzlies might be a solid contender just because they have the Ben, Giannis, and Drexler combo.
I feel like the Timberwolves are could be a contender.
Especially with that Splash Bros. The Heat are
They have
another
the Splash
contender.
Bros. They have floor spacing and defense all over the court, the Timberwolves do. This next pick could possibly solidify them as contenders or break their playoff hopes. Let's see who they go
We
with.
take a moment of silence. They'd pick up
And Jabari
Jabari.
Parker. Excellent pick as they needed a power forward and he can space the floor and throw it down.
Yep. When I look at contenders, I look at the Miami Heat right now with Kobe, Paul George, Nikola Jokic, Rondo, and Paul Millsap. All players who can somewhat defend besides Kobe and Rondo, in my opinion.
Wait, what team is that?
The Heat.
The Heat?
The Heat, Kings, and the Knicks have a solid run to the
The
playoffs.
Heat have a pretty good team.
Oh, I just now
Most of
noticed
their
it's
team
my
can
pick.
defend except for Jokic. And
Yes.
the Boston Celtics are on the clock.
I think I'm going to have to pick up another young player. Well, he's not in his rookie year.
And this man is cutting out. His mic is cutting out.
I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't want family members in my live stream. Like, the first time my first video I ever made gave me a copyright strike, so I don't trust my family anymore right now, especially when I'm making live streams, because I don't want to get another copyright strike.
I thought that Tyreek Evans was the pick on the Boston Celtics part.
Yep. I needed another guard, and this guard can be able to somewhat space the floor, and he's a decent defender. And he showed his worth this season.
The San Antonio Spurs are now on the clock.
Who are they gonna pick? Could this bring their team back to shit, or will this team bring them to the top? You have way too many guards right off the back.
I know.
You need to get like another big at least while they're still here. Oh no. My live stream might be going down, but I'd properly get it back up. For some reason, the internet in my house is slowly falling apart.
I will still be online. If you need to quickly switch over to my stream.
But for the most part, I think I can still do it as long as I don't actually try to play a game.
I think I'm going to go with the youth movement in San Antonio and pick a young fella.
Despite that their age in real life are extremely low. Aaron Gordon, that was a pick I could have went with, but I chose not to, because I thought Blake would be somewhat better in defense.
There is a player I feel like could be really good for my team, but there's also a player I want to trade for at the same position. So I'm very conflicted right now.
To be honest, there's a lot of players in this draft that are in the real life and can do some solid damage and can fit perfectly in any team.
Yes, there is.
In my opinion, I feel like Dario can go to both teams, yours or mine, and do somewhat damage to each other.
Speaking of Dario, that is one of the players I was looking at considering drafting.
The second I'm going to have to say is
future
Buddy Hield.
picks. He'll conflict with future picks, however, so I think I'm gonna solidify my backcourt and with this pick.
Who does the San Antonio Spurs decide to pick? They pick Eric Bledsoe, a nice 3-and-D player.
Yep, solid two-way player. Won't conflict with the play styles of T-Mac and Vince Carter.
Yep. Now, Boston's coming back on the clock, and they're able to pick anyone because they need to start working on their bench. You could probably put up. And the first person this person might decide to pick Boston's most likely looking for another big to finish off their big man offense. And they're picking someone who is actually who has reached the most, I can't speak, who has reached 100 threes the quickest. Lauri Markkanen will be joining Boston Celtics.
Another floor spacing big man, and he's also very, very young to join the Celtics' deadly core right now.
My team's more young than old.
When the oldest player on your team is 27 years old, you know you're doing something right.
Yep. That is crazy though. Everyone's at least 28 or under 30. Do you think it's possible for if I can get, where is this man? Because he's already been drafted. I don't know if it's possible with my team. But I'm thinking about trying to pick up a nice DeMar DeRozan.
Interesting trade rumors swirling around as the draft is going on.
That or Giannis, because I want him as my starter. But we won't talk about that right now.
With one of the young wings on the San Antonio Spurs could also be moved quickly after the draft.
Yes. Now with San Antonio and Boston being a low pick in the next round, this might potentially ruin their pick they are going to pick next round.
Both teams are pretty even out.
Yes. What is Sacramento going to pick? The team that decided to pick Joe Johnson,
Joe Johnson to give some more firepower to their offense. And Nikola Vucevic to spread the floor at the center position.
Orlando fans must be heartbroken, losing one of their top tier centers since Dwight Howard.
And Marcus Smart goes to Magic. He goes to the Magic.
Alright.
And the San Antonio Spurs are heartbroken to find out that their pick has just been taken.
From who? The Cavs?
The Magic have just sniped me.
You wanted Marcus Smart.
The Magic. I wanted Marcus Smart, yes.
Dario got picked. Sad hearts going in Boston. And probably San Antonio. So far this round, we have both been sniped.
Yes.
Now hoping my second big won't get sniped. If he does, it'd be truly heartbroken. Even though we saw that
in this draft, and they are going fast, as you can see.
Seeing the Trailblazers, one of the worst teams in my opinion. Even though they have the Unicorn and Bill Russell, which I consider maybe the GOAT. But their team's just sadly not going to be able to kick ass in this league. Just like in real life, the New York Knicks, just with Kristaps, cannot do anything.
And Isaiah Thomas goes to Philadelphia.
Maybe injured, maybe stay injured.
Boston is coming up on their pick. We'll see who they select.
So far, their man hasn't been sniped. LA did not snipe him, which brings them their next guard. They're bringing up another young talent. I'm just looking for another big, which I can wait a long time for.
And Boston selects Buddy Hield. Interesting. Has
Another
some
young
flashes of talent, but has been inconsistent at times. We'll see how he develops.
Yes. Some people say he's going to be the next Stephen Curry. Boston's somewhat thinking that as well. But with his inconsistent play, he might not. So, it's fine.
Ooh.
So with San Antonio's pick, who are they going to decide to pick up in this draft? I forgot I'm watching your team's picks. When looking at your team's
here.
more talented in dunks.
And San Antonio is going to go with the 3-and-D wing.
Of Avery Bradley, a solid pickup. Brook Lopez going to Los Angeles. He already plays for them in real life, but he plays for their rival. Right? Is that their rival? LA's one of their rivals is Clippers?
Kind of.
Yeah. I know it's for sure Boston, because they have the long-time rivalry.
Yeah, Boston for sure.
Speaking about throwback time, who do you think was better if all the best Celtics and Lakers went against each other in one game? Who would win?
You know, I'm going to have to go with the all-time Lakers.
Yeah. I would also have to go with the Lakers. Not just because they have Kobe, the Black Mamba, but you gotta think they had Wilt, Kareem, Shaq. They had Jerry West, Gail Goodrich. They had a lot of good players within their timeline. But in Boston's case, they also have good, solid players within Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, and more.
I think because Boston's success came so early, they dominated the 60s where size didn't matter as much. I think with guys like Kareem, Shaq, Wilt, all of them, I think they would just overwhelm the Celtics down low. Then the Lakers also have elite guards, as you said. Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, Magic Johnson.
True.
And
With my 8th pick,
game.
I'm picking up another young talent. Well, he's shown his worth in this year playing for one of the worst teams besides Phoenix. From being told as a bust, Boston's picking Chris Dunn.
Chris Dunn. That pick is complete done.
With all in left, the Celtics need another big and another wing.
And Eric Gordon goes back to Houston. Interesting pick.
Yes, truly interesting.
Let's do a quick checkup on how the Timberwolves are going. And their last two picks have been Julius Randle and Dennis Schroeder. Solid young role players to come off the bench. Let's see if they can continue that. And they go with D squared, Dennis Scott, a nice 3-and-D wing.
Yes. This is Portland's pick, a team that needs some real help. Most likely, I think the GM should be fired and maybe arrested for what they picked.
Indeed, that might be considered. And Tony Allen goes back to New Orleans to play for the Pelicans.
Maybe if they had he sort of still has AD within the name of Hakeem.
The Dream, Olajuwon.
Yes. So maybe he could do good as in real life with one of the best centers in all time.
Let's see how the Heat make their next pick. They have had a solid team. They go with Tim Hardaway Jr.
I'm not aware that his dad plays for him or not. I highly doubt. Yes, they don't play. But it would have been a cool matchup to have father and son on one team.
Yeah. And their father had gotten his jersey number retired, and was one of the best Heat players of all time.
Yes.
Possibly the best Heat point guard of all time. So we'll see how his son does for them.
And Orlando decides to pick up the biggest balls that were out there of Lonzo Ball.
Oh,
quotes from Mason, known as Crush Bone, something.
Yes.
We truly don't know his own name as a friend, but who gives?
And I'm hearing rumors that the San Antonio Spurs are getting worried that their pick will get sniped this round. As both Boston and San Antonio have late round picks, tensions are high on if they will get the players they want.
Yes. well, maybe I can wait on my second big, who's athletic, and show some funny moments in their career, but has proven
I think we all
athleticism.
know who he's talking about. Tragic Bronson alert. We have JaVale McGee being targeted by the Boston Celtics.
Yes. And with me being a pick right before San Antonio, I have a little bit more of an advantage in picking. Surprised to see JJ Redick a really late game pick, because he's probably one of the better 3-point shooters in the league besides Curry. And Clay, if you want to say that.
Speaking of Curry, Evan Fournier gets picked to add some extra 3-point shooting to the Timberwolves roster. They could be a real threat this season.
Yes. Without a team that can, if there's a team out there that can do really solid defensive skills against this team, they might have no chance in the league.
Right now, as of the draft right now, my predictions for the conference finals, the Final Four, are going to be the Timberwolves and San Antonio in the West, and Boston and Miami in the East.
That's some solid predictions. Even though I still think Boston's going to go there, I feel like maybe the Heat might be stopped before.
Jay Ritz gets picked to Boston, and San Antonio is coming up on their pick, hoping that they don't get sniped.
The reason why I say the Heat might not be able to make it this year is because when I look at New York, they have some really good offensive skill sets that can probably outscore their one out of the two offensive players the Heat have.
And San Antonio gets the man they've been targeting the entire draft.
Name of Kent Bazemore, possibly.
Indeed, in the name of Kent Bazemore.
Kent Bazemore goes back to San Antonio, even though he never played. Just act like he has, because his familiar face brought hope to San Antonio. With San Antonio's second pick, who are they going to decide to pick up? That's crazy to see a big who can't play in interior offense but can shoot a little bit.
Which big are we talking about?
Dwayne Dedman, person who played for San Antonio, apparently.
That is very interesting, seeing that he has an incredibly efficient mid-range jumper, yet cannot score on the inside.
Yes, he has somewhat of a 3, but a shit of an interior offense.
Indeed. And Boston is on the pick once again.
Speaking of bigs, this person can shoot in and the 3 a little bit better, but can't really get the rebounds, but he's a bench player, so he doesn't have to do all the work. We're looking at Kelly Olynyk to join Boston.
And San Antonio gets sniped by Boston. Kelly Olynyk gets taken.
I didn't truly know you had feelings for a girl who plays in the NBA.
I was debating between Kelly Olynyk or going with a young 3-and-D Robert Covington, but I thought Kelly would last longer, so I went with Robert. Maybe a trade could be arranged to send Kelly to San Antonio.
Possibly. And Spencer Dinwiddie, someone who I feel like, besides Victor, should win Most Improved, because he has shown remount skills within the 2017-2018 league. Or year.
Indeed.
So he'd probably be doing some solid work in Denver, I believe he was picked up in.
A flurry of young players are being selected right now as Frank the Tank Kaminsky and Kelly Oubre get picked back to back.
And JaVale McGee
and there
joins...
goes JaVale McGee to Milwaukee,
joins
James Harden.
Yep. Just in real life.
Potentially James Harden could get that same pick and roll duo that he once had with Clint Capella.
He's going to have somewhat of that, but probably more of a mess.
Yes.
Looking at the Bucks team, they have somewhat of a decent team.
Indeed.
And Brooklyn picks probably the dirtiest players in the NBA. Name of Zaza Pachulia.
Indeed.
At first I thought that said Jordan Ball, but it was Jordan Bell. I was gonna say Orlando picked both the balls of Lonzo and Jordan Ball.
Oh my god.
Scary Terry gets picked up by the Kings.
Indeed.
He has shown some really good real life skills in the playoffs. Speaking of, they need to stop LeBron this Wednesday.
Yep. NBA basketball brought to you on TNT. Eastern Conference Finals. Boston Celtics. Cleveland Cavaliers.
Much we're just gonna get a copyright strike for saying that. And YouTube's gonna say, fuck you, and we're gonna give you a demonetization and a copyright strike.
No!
And truly, we do not want that to happen in our first episode of this series.
Indeed.
Another person from Miami just got picked up.
James Johnson.
Yes, someone I was actually looking forward to team up with, but no. I'm most likely going to go for a nice, decent defensive small forward.
I am stacked with defensive small forwards right now.
Yes, I'm looking at your team with Shane Battier.
Shane Battier and Robert Covington, both pretty solid wing defenders.
Kevin Duckworth.
Seth Curry has picked the Phoenix. Interesting, as a Boston is coming close to being on the clock.
And Boston's now on the clock, looking for a nice veteran player to actually decide to set himself as the oldest. Or maybe they'll keep the young core rolling with another player who joined them last year. And Jade Crowder was decided to get picked up by Boston after being traded.
Interesting pick there by Boston.
It was him or Trevor Ariza. And Jonathan Hudson was the other big man Boston would have went with. There might be some rumors going on for some Shane Battier trades.
Shane Battier trades potentially to Boston, I'm hearing.
Yes. Looking to get rid of Kelly Olynyk.
And now the Clippers are on the clock with back-to-back picks.
Yes. We're going to see who they decide to pick up.
First.
After picking probably the GOAT of our century, Mama Mute.
Luke Richard Mbah-a-Moute joins San Antonio's elite defensive group.
Yes.
Potentially. I have a viewer that wants to join.
What's the person's name?
YouTube name is Yo Man. I don't know his PSN.
Yo Man.
I'm not the owner of the league, by the way, so I'm asking.
Tell him to join my side of the YouTube channel.
Link in the description to my friend's channel. You join him. He's the owner of the league. I'll post it in the chat right now.
Yes. Thanks. Did you pick, by the way?
I did not. I was busy putting your link in.
Oh. Well, you have 30 seconds. Well, about 30 seconds, so... I keep thinking this A. Davis, who's a center, is Anthony Davis, but it's Antonio Davis.
Yep.
UTEP. From UTEP.
He just said he subbed to you, by the way.
Thanks, fellow newcomer. So that should be my 8th subscriber.
Indeed.
Yes? Mhm. Alright, and Boston's pick was snagged. God damn it. I wasn't paying attention and they got snagged. I gotta first see who picked him up. You picked him up.
Who?
You.
But yeah, but which player?
The big you picked up right before Trevor.
Mason Plumlee?
Yeah. Well, I think I might have to go with the man who can't shoot interior. I'm just playing.
Yo, it was between him and Mason for me, but I went with Mason Plumlee.
Hmm. With 39 seconds on the clock, Boston has a struggle, but might be able to break it. Still not in his 30, he comes into the team of Ryan Anderson, a nice stretch big.
Indeed, indeed.
Is the next pick our last pick?
We have 2 more picks.
My team's really fucking young.
I think your oldest player is
I think it's Ryan Anderson of 29.
Yeah. I think my oldest player is 31.
Not bad. Our teams are pretty young.
Yep.
Is your oldest person Shane Battier? Or
Nope.
Ken?
Neither.
Mamute?
Nope.
Plumlee?
Nope.
Horford?
Yep.
Knew it.
Yeah, there's some tries. Knew it.
After the millionth try, he finds out.
Yep. Yo, I might have to pick this guy if he's still available.
Actually, I should have picked up the 24-year-old power forward who played for San Antonio and did meh on the team.
Are we talking about the guy? I think we're talking about Davis Bertans.
Yes. It was him or Ryan Anderson. But I feel like I need someone who can run to the playoffs. Or who has playoffs experience over Burton. No. Last year on San Antonio made it to the playoffs, huh?
Huh?
San Antonio was in the playoffs last year, right? Yeah.
Yeah. They made the playoffs, but their 18-year streak of 50-plus wins this season was snapped this year.
Well, I just barely noticed Gerald Wallace was still in this league.
Yeah.
DJ Augustine, also a person I forgot who played. With Milwaukee's somewhat offensive skill set of James Harden and Dominique Wilkins, I want to see who they decide to pick up. Robert Pack, who played for Denver, but now is a Buck.
Yeah.
I still need another big, right? Yeah.
I know I'm weak on bigs right now.
Yes, your best big besides Aaron Gordon is Al Horford.
Oh, I forgot I even had Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. Because, like, your backup center, good thing we don't have injuries on. Because then you might have been fucked. Because Al Horford. Because, like, if he gets injured, you're not going to have any big that can be able to get some boards.
Yeah. We all know how Al Horford is on the boards.
Mm-hmm. It's extremely crucial to have someone who can get the boards.
Right as I was looking at DeMar Carroll, he got picked. Collins.
I just looked at Kyle Quinn, who actually has somewhat of a decent mid, but trash of an inside and 3.
Yeah.
I might have to go with the man who shoots one hand, Duckworth.
Oh.
He's still
Don't
not
do it,
even
big
over
fella.
30. My team's pretty young. Despite that, I have a 29-year-old and I think 27. Our last pick is in a little bit.
Player.
I like that there's 420 players in the league that gets picked up. .420. How long do you want to make this series, Jab?
I don't know.
We just know for sure we're going to have at least 4 containing of this year's. Because of the draft being episode 1, then the season, episode 2, then the playoffs, episode 3, and off-season, episode 4. So our episode 1's going to end in a little bit.
I just got my last picks in.
Yes. We're going to give ourselves maybe a little bit under 10 more minutes after the draft if you want to see any important trades to happen.
Yeah, post-draft trades.
Yep.
So post-draft trades, and we'll get some games in for the second episode.
Yes. We're at least going to probably get one game in, probably not against each other, but against to test out our team.
Yes. And Boston's on the clock for their last pick, correct? Is your last pick?
Yes. I saw someone who I liked, I wanted to have, because I have his card in my team.
Yo, that's kind of why I wanted Marcus Smart, to be honest.
And I decided to pick up another small forward, maybe a little too much in that position, but is willing to pick him up for the decent dunks that will happen.
Wow. Yeah, we go all out, my guy.
My team's just young. No one's older
team
than
is.
30 on my team.
My team is pretty versatile, I'd say. My entire team is pretty much shooting guards. Let me count how many I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4,
You have
5,
7.
6, 7. Yep. Dang.
You have
I don't
7
have that
guards.
many.
Wait, 7 shooting guards. You have
I
8 guards on your
I have
team.
1 point guard.
You have 8
1
guards.
point guard.
Oh my god. And then 4 forwards and 2 centers.
Yep. After you give me co-admin, I'm gonna have to change their positions.
Yes.
I know for sure I'm gonna change a couple of their positions.
I'm looking at OKC and might be trading up for another young talent.
I'm definitely have my eyes open for some trades that I want to make. Wow, I guess the last picks are all going to be centers then.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they're all just going to be bigs.
And there goes Jaleel.
Jaleel Okafor. Tyler Zeller.
How is that one? I bet Dwayne Dedmon gets picked next.
Verjao goes back to Cleveland.
It's Dedmon about to be the last pick. Oh
You can
God.
clearly tell that Cleveland's going to have bad
Dedmon
luck
was the
now.
last pick, oh my God.
You're going to clearly tell that Cleveland's not going to win a game now. Well, playoff anymore. Because they have Verjao, whatever. Anderson Verjao, who has bad luck going into the playoffs that I have most likely seen.
Yeah. And now we play the waiting game for co-admin until I can switch up some positions. For now I have 7 shooting guards.
And Boston's going to set up a trade right off the bat.
Can you do it after you give me co-admin?
I already gave you code man.
Alright, let me check. Oh yeah, okay, now we can change some positions. Let me see who's better. He's taller. Let's do this. Can this happen? Not really, no.
I'm looking to trade this man's with Anderson. I can get Nurkic for Kevin Duckworth. That's someone I might be going after. I feel like Nikola Jokic and Robert, why did I say Gobert are like the two easiest centers you can get new trading.
I feel like, what's his name is the easiest, Marcus Camby.
Well, besides him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Boston's taking up their oldest by far player of a 35-year-old small forward, was it? Can I read? Small forward. Yes, small forward. I'm gonna move Glenn to shooting guard. No, that moves him down one.
Alright, I want to get in trade talks with the GM of Boston here. Alright.
I'm not liking Robert Horry. Robert Horry. Is he a whore or not?
Oh.
But I'm trading away that old man because I need young prospects on my team. He plays for Portland? No.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to go with the person who averaged 4 points a game.
I don't know if I want to include him in the deal.
Damn it.
I just sent you a trade offer.
Alright, I just gotta wait a second. I'm gonna look at my roster, like who's gonna start. Kyrie, Tyreek, Jason, Blake, and Carl.
I'm looking at offers for my shooting guards. Yo, I need to do this trade.
Dude, there's Jamal Crawford still.
Nice, nice.
Mmm.
I got my first trade to go through.
I really kind of do want that Eric Bledsoe, but Tyreek. I'm sorry, brother. I gotta keep Tyreek.
Are you gonna send a counter offer? Because I'm prepared to send another offer.
Fuck. Horry.
Are you sending a counter offer or should I send one?
Yes.
You're sending one?
Yes, I'm sending one.
Alright. Hold off then.
I want to see if there's any way I can get Giannis. No. How about Ben?
Wow.
No. How about Scotty? I'm not trading away Kyrie. Okay, is DeMar's not even a question? Joel? No. Kristaps? I'm not trading away Kyrie, so no. Is Andre Drummond a question? No. Yao Ming? No.
You sent me a trade, right?
Yeah. Should have went in.
Alright, I'm just waiting for it to go through then. Alright, received it.
Paul George? Yes. Ooh, I saw you trade Victor.
Yep.
But of course, I can't get him because they want Paul George. Not Paul George. Kyrie. I wouldn't mind taking another Dame, but I guess not. Dude, if I can get Boogie, Kyrie, and Blake.
Dang.
Actually, maybe get Boogie for those two players. Will it work? It's too thin. I'm gonna take a guess reject. Yep.
Yeah, I'm sending you a counter offer right now.
My youngest player here is a 19-year-old small forward.
Solid, solid.
So, yeah, pretty solid. And my oldest is Blake Griffin and Tyreek Evans of 28-year-olds. What if I trade both of them?
Oh wow. Okay. I forgot who you wanted from me.
I want Shane Battier.
Oh yeah, that's who you wanted.
Ooh, I can get Boogie, but it's getting rid of both my 28-year-olds.
I just sent you a counter offer.
Alright. I'm at. Alright. I haven't gotten the trade yet.
Alright.
I'm gonna look at Nikola. Why did I say Nikola? Yeah, fuck Nurkic and Evans. Fuck it. And see if I can get anyone decent with them. Did I just get a steal pretty much?
What did you do?
I think I just got Boogie,
For who?
Tyreek Evans, and Nurkic.
Dang, Tyreek Evans was the only reason I offered you this trade.
I'm scared.
Alright, my offer got rejected then because you don't have the player. You don't have the player anymore that was included in the package.
Yeah. Now I need to get a guard. Guess I want to cancel that trade. Because I could get Boogie with just Blake. Or I have Boogie now. This is going to be an odd rotation. I need a small forward in a move. I need a guard. I need to think. Should I go after another big man of Andre Drummond too?
Well, I need to get rid of one of my wings.
No one wants Cap. No one wants Boogie. Who do you think should start? Jab. Who do you think should start?
Between who?
Boogie or Cat?
I would start Cat, easy.
Alright. And have Boogie as my bench player?
Yeah.
I can get Joel Embiid, a person I wanted.
Yo, I can get two really good players right now if I wanted to. I can get the guy I wanted plus a solid big man.
For both? Too many.
Huh?
They have too many point guards. What are you talking? Oh, they already have 3. I'll take your shitty one.
Wait, what?
What?
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with this. I didn't even give it a second thought.
I'm trying to look for like guards.
Wait, did it not go through?
Can I get Victor?
Oh, look at your team.
Jimmy Butler? Nope. Dude, no one wants Blake Griffin for their shooting guard.
I'll take Blake Griffin for my shooting guard.
No. I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're a good shooting guard. Your best shooting guard's Vince.
Yeah.
Oh, and you have Avery Bradley.
I have Avery Bradley, and I think I have who else is my shooting guard? I have one more now. I have Kyle Korver as my shooting guard too.
What if I could somehow work a James Harden trade?
Wait, check my trade real quick. Check the trade that I sent you.
I got it. Hmm. I'm accepting that trade. I kind of like it. I'm liking it.
Ooh.
Now I'm gonna see if Mason Plumlee will help out with the Blake Griffin trade. Dude, I'm just getting Ben Wallace, Shaq, Steven Adams, Robert Parrish, Rudy Gobert. I'm just getting all these bigs.
Yeah, I'm trying
DeAndre
to.
Jordan.
If this trade goes through, I'm gonna have a bunch of bigs too. Where's the Timberwolves at? Dang, Timberwolves are looking pretty good, to be honest.
What do you mean?
Look at the Timberwolves roster, my guy. They're stacked.
Well, goddamn.
Wait a second. Yo, bro, I'm stacked at big man now. I traded for Joel Embiid. I trust the process.
Damn it.
Do you want him?
Not
I'll
really.
trade you.
I'm good.
Wow. Let's see how what's your roster looking like? I would trade him to you for a couple players. Nobody wants Joel.
Well, I want to see something. I'm moving the positions of Blake and Plumlee. The boost up their attribute just one up. Will that help me out? So far, no. I wouldn't mind getting Tyreek Evans back. Hassan Whiteside.
I want Tyreek Evans. I just need a point guard. I think I'm set.
I'm gonna just straight up try to trade Tyreek Evans for Blake.
And
They don't care. They don't care about Blake. They go, oh, we don't want your dumbass trash. But yeah.
Solid.
I wouldn't mind getting Giannis onto the Kupo.
I checked trade offers for him. They weren't willing to trade him to me.
What if I seduce him? I'm asking for a really good player. For two really good players as well. And of course they don't want them. In the arms of an angel.
I'm trying to look at players that I can move to point guard. I could trade for.
Can I do this trade? No.
Wait, where?
D Rose?
Yeah. I got teams on. God dang it.
Maybe we put up the negotiation way too high.
Why? What did that?
It was at 75.
Oh my God, whose man's? I feel like LeBron's on the Magic.
Yeah. Oh, now people want Boogie now.
I don't get why nobody wants Joel.
Try him again.
Joel. Yep, nobody wants him.
That's sad. DeMar DeRozan. Fuck. What if I add in
Why don't you put Blake Griffin at small forward?
Just a trade, but apparently it won't work. It's called a star finisher and then elite low post star.
Oh, solid. Yo, you have like no guards your entire team.
I think I might end my live stream here.
Alright.
Alright. Well, thanks to anyone new here. Episode 2 will be out probably... What time do you get out tomorrow?
Around like 3.
I gotta leave at 5.
Wow.
6. You are. We maybe might not have episode 2 tomorrow. Friday for sure.
Maybe. We might play each other in the regular season.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Probably. Well, my stream will end. If you want to continue watching, watch Jab's side.